safety glasses, face shields, earplugs, steel-toed shoes, gloves, hard hats, respirators. They're called PPE, or personal protective equipment.
I'm the kind of guy that used to wear safety equipment, well, whenever I felt that there was a danger. Even at home, I'd wear safety equipment. If I was mowing the lawn, I actually wore hearing protection. I wore earplugs. When I was working on the car, I'd wear safety glasses, especially if I'm working underneath the car, so nothing fell in my eyes. On the job, of course, I'd wear safety glasses when I'm, using a circular saw, using a drill, hammer and drywall, anything like that. But as far as safety glasses, I only wore them when I felt I needed them. And I actually had an eye injury, and I had my safety glasses in my pocket when it happened.
Does your workplace provide PPE? Of course it does. Are there signs posted to let you know what PPE is required and where? Yes. Does PPE prevent workplace injuries? Yes, it does. That's why it's called personal protective equipment. But it's also a choice. That's right, a choice. You must make the choice to wear the appropriate PPE when required. No one can make it for you. Make the right choice, and odds are you won't experience a work-related injury. But make the wrong choice, and sooner or later you will pay the price. Your company has the responsibility to identify what PPE can best protect you from the hazards and risks associated with your facility and your specific job duties and responsibilities. They look at the whole picture, the hazards of the environment where you work, the hazards of the processes that are taking place, mechanical hazards, biological hazards, or any other kind of hazard that might cause injury. That seems to be the hard part, but it's not. The hazards have been identified, the appropriate PPE has been purchased, and now it's up to you to wear it. That's the hard part for some people. It may seem simple enough. After all, just about everyone knows about PPE and when and where they should wear it, but all too often they don't. They get busy, they get distracted, or they just don't think that an injury like this will happen to them. But make no mistake, the people in these pictures didn't think it would happen to them either. And it did. Let's look first at protection for your head. This usually means a hard hat. You'll need a hard hat wherever there's the possibility of injury to your head, from overhead hazards or falling objects. The head protection you wear today is designed to protect you from impact and penetration hazards caused by falling objects. Yes, you may work 10 years or more and wear your hard hat every day and never have anything fall on your head, but let's face it, it's a possibility. One solid blow to your head without the protection of a hard hat, and you're probably history. Is it worth it?
We were unloading 2x2s. They were banded together in a bundle, and we were bringing them in, me and my buddy. I was walking forward, he's walking backward in front of me, and I had my head down a little bit, kind of close to the edge, and when we were walking, my buddy ran into the door frame. And when he did, the load shifted, and the 2x2s came out, and the last one hit me right square in the eye. What it did was it actually, small fracture here on the bone, but it actually tore the skin, and it came up into my eye. My eye was hit square on, and had it been anything larger than a 2x2, I'm sure would have just gone through and took my eye out. As it was, it started bleeding right away. I fell backwards. I was holding on to my eye, and there was blood running down because of the laceration. And my buddy's telling me, let me see your eye, let me see your eye. And I did not want to open my eye. In fact, at that point, I thought I had lost it.
You are required to wear eye protection if your workplace contains potential hazards that may cause injury to your eyes or face. Protection ranges from basic safety glasses to goggles, to full face shields. Hazards such as flying metal chips or chemicals can easily damage your eyes forever. Eye injuries are very serious, and unlike a broken bone or laceration, they're usually permanent. Always wear eye protection when required. After all, would you rather see this or this? Because it's really up to you. You'll miss a lot that you now take for granted if you can't see.
After the injury, for 2 years, I had large floaters in my eyes. I was unable to see good. In fact, it's been 4 years, and I still don't see as well out of that eye as I used to. And it's a little blurry, it's a little hard to read and stuff. So it's always going to be a problem.
Know the hazards around you, and always wear the proper protection. If you're using a grinder, wear safety glasses and a face shield. Welding operations create light and radiation hazards that can severely damage your eyes. You need a welding helmet or welding shield to protect you from light that is too bright for your eyes to handle, even if you're just a bystander. When working with chemicals, at a minimum, wear protective goggles. In some instances, a face shield may be required. Check it out and make sure you know what you need and when you need it. Whatever the hazard, you must take the steps to protect yourself. Be glad you can read a sign like this. Do what it says.
For about a week after the injury, I had an eye patch on and, of course, was unable to work. I took off. I lost over a week. And all that just because I didn't have my safety glasses on. What I've realized now, and what I would be asking you, is always wear your safety equipment 100% of the time. Especially your safety glasses. Keep them on all the time. The problem is you're not going to know when that object's going to come flying at your eye.
If noise in your work area reaches 85 decibels or above, hearing protection is required. This protection is available in 2 basic forms: earplugs and earmuffs. Putting on earmuffs is pretty simple. Pick them up and put them over your ears. Earplugs are a little more difficult. It may seem easy, but if earplugs are not inserted properly, they offer little or no hearing protection. If the plugs are the soft, disposable type, roll them into a ball. Reach behind your head and pull your ear gently up and back. With your other hand, insert the plug into the ear canal by gently pushing it opposite of the direction you are pulling your ear, down and toward the front of your head. If done properly, you'll achieve a proper fit and effective hearing protection. It takes practice. Would you rather hear this?
I love you, Daddy.
Or this? Your hands are a remarkable instrument capable of a vast array of intricate tasks. Without the use of your hands, you probably are out of a job. That's why it makes sense to protect them. Gloves can help prevent cuts, abrasions, burns, and skin contact with chemicals. Selecting the right glove for the right job is the most important thing to remember about protecting your hands. This glove is designed to be resistant to chemicals. It will protect your hands from chemical exposure. It makes a lousy welding glove. This metal mesh glove can prevent or at least reduce the severity of a puncture wound, but if you think it will protect you from chemicals, you're sorely mistaken. Do not assume that just any glove will do. If you're unsure about what gloves to wear or have any questions about PPE or other safety concerns, stop what you are doing and ask your supervisor. Do you want to know? Or do you want to guess? In most industrial environments, foot protection is required. Steel-toed industrial footwear provides puncture protection against sharp hazards such as nails, wire, or scrap metal. They also provide some measure of protection if a heavy item is dropped on your toe. What would you rather have? This? Or this? It is important that all PPE be kept clean and properly maintained. If your safety glasses are dirty or scratched, they could impair your vision. If your earplugs are old and worn out, they may not offer full protection. A worn-out sole on your steel-toed shoes could lead to a nasty puncture wound. Make sure all your PPE is cleaned and maintained on a regular basis. If you take care of it, it will take care of you. You should inspect each item of personal protective equipment before use every time. If you don't know if it's in good shape, how do you know if it will provide the required protection? You don't. Inspect your PPE. If your equipment is damaged, worn, or otherwise unfit, don't use it. Dispose of it properly and replace it. Don't wait. We certainly haven't covered every aspect of PPE use and conditions present in your workplace that may require additional equipment or special procedures. The important thing to remember is that the best PPE in the world does absolutely nothing if you don't wear it. It's your responsibility to be aware of the hazards in your workplace and wear the proper protection to mitigate the hazards.
But don't find out for yourself about how bad an eye injury can be. Please wear your safety glasses 100% of the time. Don't take the risk.
The company can't do it for you. Your supervisors can't do it for you. Your coworkers can't do it for you. Only you can make the decision to protect yourself. Do you care about your health, your job, your family? If you do, then you'll wear appropriate PPE when required.